Hi everyone, so in this video we'll talk about the homepage settings we have within our Monobooth demo website. And what we'll do is talk about the widgets that we're using within our homepage demo, and just to make sure that you can duplicate maybe not the entire page but at least some areas of this page, and just kind of let you know what's going on here. So let's take a quick overview of the homepage settings that we have. First of all, we disabled all of these page settings. We disabled our page title, disabled social sharing, and disabled our widget located under our page content. Next off, we added a slideshow to our homepage. And over here, for the slideshow settings, we simply selected a full screen slideshow. Next off, we also selected our menu to be on top of our slideshow. And for our logo positioning, we set it to be on the left-hand side of our menu. As you'll notice, there are several options. You can have it simply to the left corner of your slideshow. So don't mix up the two settings. Be sure to set it on the left-hand side of your menu if you want to have it in this specific area over here. All right, and over here within these settings, there's really not much we did. We simply left it at default template. We left the page at full width, so there's really nothing here that needs to be done at all. So let's take a quick look at our test website that we'll be working with. All right, so let me just refresh this page, and you'll see that we have a simple image slider, nothing else added to it. There are no widgets, no content under the image slider. So what we'll do is go ahead and start adding some basic content to it. So first of all, we'll start off by adding the following widgets over here, these text widgets. In order to do that, we'll need to go over to our widgets area by going over to Appearance, click on Widgets, and here we have the 3 widgets that we'll need to play around with, and it's further one first column. And what this means is it'll literally divide this section into 3 columns or into 3 sections, and then each of these sections can have its own little widget and piece of information added to it. So what we'll need to do is go ahead and drag and drop our text widget. And let me just shrink these 2 so I can reach column first. There we go, and I'll just drag and drop this over here. So we'll go ahead and add our widget title, so it'll be the booth. And what I'll do is just copy and paste the following text we have here. Click on Save, and the same process will need to be done for the second column and third column. All right, now that we've added our widgets, let's go over to our home page. We'll refresh this page. Okay, and you'll see that we have our widgets added. We have the booth as our title, then we have this text, then we have title 2, title 3, and the text below this area as well. So our next widget that we'll need to add is an About widget, which includes all of this content over here. So what I will do is go over to our demo website, and I'll expand this footer area 2 and expand this About widget. And what we'll do is simply duplicate all of this text over here to make sure that we have the same on our test website. So going over to the widgets area, what we'll need to do is expand the following full content width area 2 and take our About widget. Here we have Monobooth About, and just simply drag and drop into the following area. And here we have all of these titles and fields that we'll need to fill out. So what I'll do is go ahead and add an image first. I'll click on Upload Image, and at this point you can either upload an image from your computer by selecting Files. I've already uploaded this image to my media library previously, so I'll just go ahead and add it to our content. There it is over here. I'll click on Add this attachment, and it'll be added here. But let me just show you the type of image I'm using first so you can see it. So this is the image over here. It's already been pre-configured as a collage. So I'll go ahead and click on Add this attachment, and it'll be added here. Next off, what I'll do is simply copy and paste text from our demo website into our test website. Okay, now that we've added all of our content, all of our text, and our link as well, here we have a label button. It simply says find out more and a link to a specific page that you want to redirect your audience to. So at this point, let's go ahead and click on save. And we'll go back to our test website. We'll refresh the following page. And you'll see here that we have this area over here, and it looks just like we have on our demo website. All right, so let's go ahead and start adding the following content over here. So what we'll need to do is, once again, go back to our widgets area. We'll close this area over here. And here we have a widget area. It's called footer full screen width area. And essentially within this area, we're going to have to drag and drop all of our content. So the first widget that we'll need to use is our flow images, Monobooth flow images. We'll drag and drop this over here. And what we'll need to do is simply add a background image, nothing else added to it. So we'll click here to add an image. And once again, as I've already uploaded these images to my media library, I'll just go ahead and select from my media library, click on add this attachment, and it'll be added here. So if we go ahead and click on save, we'll go over to our website, we'll refresh the following page, and you'll see that we have our image added. Okay, so next off, we'll go ahead and add the following packages, and we'll go ahead and add the Instagram as well. So yeah, let's go back to our widget area. We'll close this image block. Okay, and what we'll need to do is we have this Monobooth packages widget, which we simply need to drag and drop into this area over here, just like that. Okay, so at this point, we'll need to select our category of products that we want to add into the following area. So we'll go ahead and select packages, just like that. Here we have grid view selected because this is essentially what we have. We have a grid view, and then we'll have a number of columns 3, number of posts. We'll leave this at 3, and then we'll also need to add padding at the top. So we'll need to have this at 40 pixels. And let's go ahead and click on save right now. We'll go over to our website, refresh the following page once again. And here we have our grid. We have 3 packages listed, and we have our book now options that will redirect us to the following packages. So it's really not that complicated. Simply add the packages here, select your category, and that's pretty much it. In terms of the padding over here, let me just go ahead and remove that, and we'll click on save. We'll go over here, refresh the following page, and you'll notice that this area over here will just move a little bit closer to the following image. And there we go. You'll see that it moved slightly closer. So for those of you who are okay with this, you can leave the padding at 0. If you want to increase the space in between your image and your packages, you can add the padding. Our standard is 40 pixels. You can add any option you prefer. All right, and our next set of widgets over here, let's take a quick look at our demo website. We have this Flow Instagram widget. So what I've done is actually I've already pre-configured my Flow Instagram widget, as it requires some basic customizations and so forth, and we'll have a video on how to install the Flow Instagram widget. So I'll just drag and drop it into our area over here, just like that. So it's already been pre-configured. As you'll see here, I have my hashtag IDs, I have my username, all of that's already been pre-configured within this Flow Instagram settings right over here. So that tutorial will be in the video description below for you. And at this point, once again, let's go ahead here and refresh the following page now that we've added our Flow Instagram, and voila, we have our Instagram widget at the bottom of the page. Next off, we have the following areas over here. We have simple text, we have a button, and then we have our sitemap. Now this concept is the same as the following concept over here. So if we go over to our widget area on our test website, here we have footer 2, column 1, column 2, and column 3. And within this area, we'll simply need to drag and drop our text once again. So let's go ahead and drag our text widget into the following first column. So we'll just drag and drop this over here, just like that. So we'll go ahead and add our title, and let me just go and copy this text that we've added over here. And there we go. So let's go ahead and click on save. We'll shrink this widget and expand a second widget for us. And over here within the second widget, we actually have, it's a text widget as well, but we have a button added here. So we'll need to drag and drop our text widget into column 2. We'll add our title. So this will be title 2. And let me just open up here a file, and this piece of code will be in the video description below, as well as in our documentation, which also is in that video description. So you can copy and paste the following button, and let me just kind of explain how it works. So here we have the button title. It says book now. Over here we have, starting with HTTP all the way through demo.flothemes.com/photobooth. This is the link that we want to add. So technically we can go ahead and add flothemes.com. Any link that you really want to add, you can add within this area over here. And then everything else needs to remain the same. So let's go ahead and click on save. We'll close this, and for our third column, we'll need to add a sitemap widget. So let me just go ahead. Here we have custom menu. We'll drag and drop this here, and over here we're able to select the menu we want to add. So as you'll see here, I have menu 1, which is my navigation menu, and then a sitemap, which I want to add to my widget area. So I'll select sitemap. I'll click on save, and documentation on how to manage your sitemap is also in the video description below, so you can take a look at that as well. And at this point, let's go ahead and refresh the following page once again. Okay, and here we have our sitemap. So I'm sorry, not sitemap, but the widget. So here we have the title, text, title number 2, button, and we have the sitemap. The only thing that I forgot to add is our title for it. So other than that, this is the entire process of how to set up the website to reflect the demo homepage that we have within our Monobooth over here. So I do hope this video helps, but be sure to check out our documentation on the homepage settings. Once again, that link is in the video description below. We do encourage you to check it out. It will help you understand some things that we have going on as well. Another important feature that you need to know about is the following widget area. So let's say if we go over to our blog page and we scroll down to the bottom, you'll see here that we have all of these widgets essentially enabled and displayed within our blog page. Now, if you do not want to have these widgets display on specific pages or display only on specific pages, what you'll need to do is install a plugin. And let me just go over here to our plugins area and just kind of explain the plugin that we've installed. So here we have it's called a JP widget visibility plugin. So I've installed that. That link to install and download this plugin is also in the video description below. You can download that plugin, install it. And essentially what this does is gives us the ability to control which widgets we want to display on the page. So let me just show you an example. Over here we have our about widget, which is essentially this area over here. Okay, so if we want to enable this widget to be on the home page only, what we'll need to do is expand this widget, scroll down, click on visibility. And here we have the options, show if or hide if. So show if this widget is on a page, we'll select this page, and here we can select the page. And let's go ahead and select our, oh boy, I have a lot of pages here, so let me just hope I get the right page. It'll be front page. And we'll click on save. Okay, so let's go over to our blog page. Let's refresh this. Okay, and here you'll see that I have disabled this particular about widget for our blog page. It's not shown within the blog pages, and it's not going to show up on any other pages of the site except for the home page that we left the widget over here. So technically you can enable or disable specific widgets, and the same process can be done with every other widget. You can have them displayed only if they are selected on, only if you want them to be displayed on specific pages or hidden on specific pages. So once again, thanks for watching, and be sure to check out our documentation, and that link is in the video description below. Thank you.